Okay students, now I am going to explain you the second type of question which is asked from electricity, current electricity, and basically it is based on Kirchhoff's law. So the physics practical, the second one which I am going to explain you is practical from current electricity, which is based on Kirchhoff's law. You have studied Kirchhoff's law and current electricity, the Kirchhoff voltage law and Kirchhoff's current law. What are the requirements now? Meter base. What is meter base? It is actually a wooden board fitted with 1 meter scale, and a wire is tightly fixed between the two ends. That is a very constant time wire which has got a fixed resistance. 1 meter wire fixed on a wooden board, so that and connected between 2 points. So that's why its name becomes meter base. Then resistance box from 0 to 100 ohm or 0 to 1000 ohm you can use. DC supply, which can supply up to 4 volt. Voltmeter, ammeter, plug key, and a jockey. So these are the requirements. Here also I am going to explain you the question which was asked in 2019 ISC paper. Okay, so these are the requirements. After that I will teach you how to take the readings and how to write down in your answer sheet or in your practical copy for your school practical purpose. Okay students, so I am going to explain you the second experiment based on electricity. There are various types of questions based on this. Today I am going to explain you the question which was asked in 2019 ISC examination. Later in different videos I will be showing you some other type of questions on electricity as well, because in electricity there are variation in experiments, but in light optics experiment, which you have I have explained you in earlier video, there is basically only one kind of experiment. You have to take the reading of UNV. Only the calculations will be different. But in this experiment, the method of doing the experiment also varies. So I have to explain you 3-4 different types of experiment. Today we are doing the first one, 2019's question. So first I will explain you the make you familiar with the instruments used. This one, as you can see, this is known as meter base. It is a wooden board on which you can see a meter scale fitted and a wire. You can see this wire. This is the wire, I am just moving it. This wire is fitted from one end. This I have taken as end A, which is 0 centimeter here. I am taking all the measurements from my side of this scale, this side. So 0, this is A, this end is B. This is called resistance box. As you can see, different numbers are written here. 1 ohm, 2 ohm, 2 ohm, 5, 10, 12. So this range is from 1 ohm to 500 ohm. This is the resistance box. This is called plug key. This is called key, this is plug. If I put the plug in, that is switch on. If I keep it off, this is switch off. This is the DC supply, 4 volt supply. It is connected to AC, 220 volt supply we get, which converts into 4 volt DC. We need 4 volt DC. This is the voltmeter. We are using the voltmeter of the range 0 to 3 volt. This is ammeter. We are using the ammeter of the range 0 to 1.5 volt. Its least count is 0.5 ampere. Its least count is 0.05 ampere and its least count is 0.05 volt. Now, as you can see, this circuit diagram which was mentioned in the 2019 question, according to this circuit diagram we are going to connect all the instruments. You can see A, B. I have already explained you A and B, the 1 meter meter base. RB is resistance box, E is the source, K is the key, A is ammeter, and V is voltmeter connected to jockey. Jockey is a pen kind of device which you can move on the wire AB according to question. First reading after connecting all this, So I will show you the connection. I think you have already noticed the circuit diagram. Circuit diagram you have to keep on watching to understand the connections. Now, as you can see, this end is A, this end is B. According to circuit diagram, A is connected to the positive of the source. So, with the help of this wire A, I have connected to positive, red color of the source, that is positive. So, A is connected to positive of the source. Then, from there, when it is connected to positive, the negative of the source is connected to key. So, negative of the source is connected to plug key. This way you can see the negative is connected to plug key. Then from plug key, negative is connected to resistance box. From resistance box it goes to plug key. From plug key it comes to ammeter. From ammeter it goes to LB. This is LB. From ammeter it has gone to LB. Then again end A, one end is connected to another wire, is connected to end A, which is connected to voltmeter, and the negative end of the voltmeter is connected to jockey. This is called jockey. So this way, just we have to follow the circuit diagram which I have shown you. Once again I will just show you this circuit diagram. We have just followed it. Very easy to connect it according to this circuit diagram. It was asked to take in the question. I am reading the first part of the question for you first. Close the key K. You can see this is the plug key. This is the plug, this is the key. I am putting it in means I have closed the plug key. Take out 1 ohm from the resistance box. This is 1 ohm key. This is 1 ohm. You can see here 1 ohm written. Okay. So I am taking out the 1 ohm key. 1 ohm key is taken out from the resistance box such that resistance R is 1 ohm. Ensure that all other plugs in the resistance box are tightly closed. So I have just checked all other pins are tightly closed. Only 1 ohm has to be removed. Then place the jockey at a point C on wire AC such that AC is 75. We have taken this as end A, this is 0. We are asked to keep the jockey at C such that AC is 75. So if this is 0, obviously we are going to keep it at 75 here. So at 75 centimeter, you can see 75 is this here number. So at 75 I am going to touch the jockey, and you are asked to take the values of ammeter and voltmeter. 0.27 ampere, and then you have to see the voltmeter. Voltmeter is saying exactly 1 volt, exactly 1 volt. So 0.27 ampere and 1 volt. You must immediately take out the plug key. This is your switch. You should not keep it plugged in, because the ammeter and voltmeter, we are using sensitive devices. So if it is plugged on for a longer period, it may burn the inner coil of the ammeter. So after doing the experiment, we have just taken out. Now I will take you to the blackboard to show how to write the readings. So our observations. 3 things. R we have taken from resistance box, which was 1 ohm. R I have written 1 ohm. Reading of ammeter. Which was 0.27 ampere. We must write up to 2 decimal places. Why? Because the ammeter which we are using, it has the least count of 0.05. Okay, so we have already taken the ammeter reading up to 2 decimal places. Our voltmeter reading was, if you remember in the earlier part of the video when I was explaining the experiment, reading of voltmeter V, that is 1.00 volt. Actually it was 1 volt, but I have written 1.00 because we must take up to 2 decimal points, because according to the least count of our instrument. So in the first set, this is our first set of reading. Resistance 1 ohm, reading of ammeter I, current 0.27 ampere, reading of voltmeter V, 1 volt. Now this experiment, how much resistance we took out from the resistance box? 1 ohm. We put the plug of 1 ohm back, we'll take out 2 ohm, again we'll perform the same experiment, we'll take the different value of reading of ammeter, different value of reading of ohmmeter. After writing this, that will be your second reading. Instead of 1, that will be 2. What will be the changes? R will become 2 ohm. Automatically, reading of ammeter will change, reading of voltmeter will change. Third, instead of 2 ohm, we'll take 3 ohm. If directly 3 is not there, we can take out 1 ohm and 2 ohm. R will become 3 ohm. Respectively, we'll check the readings of ammeter and voltmeter. Okay, so same process we have to keep on repeating, starting from R is equal to 1 ohm, which I have already explained in the video. Then you have to continue the same thing for R is equal to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at least 5 to 6 sets of reading you have to complete. Calculation part I will explain you later. Calculation part you don't have to take tension or worry about, because you have to follow the question. You don't have to remember any formula. You have to just stick to the question. Formula will be given. Graph is required to be plotted or not will be mentioned. Whether you have to calculate with the calculation formula only or with the help of graph, that will also be mentioned in the question. So that you don't have to remember. Only what you require to remember, what are the instruments, what are the precautions we should take. You have to follow the question and how to write the readings. So this example question I have taken for 2019 ISC paper. Next videos in later I will explain in electricity different other kind of questions as well. So I hope this is clear. So I will just once again I will just explain this reading. We have taken in the first set value of R, value of ammeter reading I, value of voltmeter reading, that is V, and I forgot to write that time length. How much length we keep the jockey at? We keep the jockey at 75 centimeters. Again we'll write it in one decimal point, so 75.0 centimeter. So 4 things we require to write in each set of the reading: R, reading of ammeter I, reading of voltmeter V, and the length where you have put the jockey to take the reading. Okay students, as I can see I am repeating the same experiment to just show you, if you have not, if any doubt is there in previous video, once again the recapture of that. See the plug key, it acts as what? Switch. Just now it is switched off. I insert the plug, it becomes switch on. As soon as I insert the plug and switch on the supply, you see the ammeter which was at 0. Once check again, when the plug was not inserted, it is showing 0. As soon as I insert the plug, see the needle is deflected. We are asked to touch in the question of 2019 to keep the jockey at 75 centimeter. You can see this is 75 centimeters, so I have kept the jockey at 75 centimeter. Okay, so in the question it was asked to keep the jockey at 75 centimeters, so you can see 75 centimeter here. So at 75 I am keeping the jockey. As soon as I keep the jockey on 75, first you see the voltmeter. Voltmeter is showing how much? 0. Voltmeter is showing 0. Ammeter is already showing the reading because we have inserted the plug. I took out the plug, again it becomes 0. So when we are putting the plug in, only ammeter is showing the reading, but voltmeter is not showing the reading. I hope it is clear. Voltmeter is not showing the reading. Okay, only ammeter is showing the reading. In question it is asked to keep the jockey at 75 centimeter. So when jockey is touched at 75 centimeter, now you see voltmeter also get deflected. What readings we have taken? L we have written there on the board earlier part of the video, 75 centimeter. You can see exactly voltmeter is showing 1 volt. So we are showing, that's why we have written reading of voltmeter as 1 volt. You can see we have taken ammeter reading at 0.27 amperes. You see exactly it is 0.27 ampere. Okay, so that's why we have taken the reading 0.2 reading of ammeter, 1 volt reading of voltmeter, 75 centimeter value of L, and we can see here 1 ohm. You can see this number 1. So 1 ohm key is taken out. So that means R value we have taken as 1 ohm. Same way, I am switching it off for a while. We'll keep back 1 ohm and next we'll take out 2 ohm. Same way we'll keep it at 75. We'll take the reading of ammeter and ammeter. Then 2 and 1. I have taken out 3 ohm. Again we'll take the reading keeping it at 75. Jockey will take the reading of A and V, ammeter and voltmeter. Then after 3 is back, I will take suppose 2 and 2 to make it 4. So this is for 4 ohm. We will take the reading of A and V again. Then after keeping this back, we'll take out 5 ohm. Then 6 is not there. So what we'll do, 5 and 1 we can take out to make it 6 ohm. 5 and 2 we can take out to make it 7 ohm. So 1 ohm to 6 ohm, that will be enough 6 sets of reading. This way we'll continuously take all the readings.